end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's... Simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Pitch, 180! Check 48, come on! Let's go, defense! Let's go!
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Regular.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down and goal. Mayfield at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 20. Four-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Good job, Steve.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You got nothing.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 16, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass. Come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield,
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Landry, the intended target.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. Snead's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Here we go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He was looking for Landry that time. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Ingram again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. A takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The first throw for the backup Griffin. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 23 yards, the final tally. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This for the lead in the final stages. Seibert's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The end result, 21 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but it'll be second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Jackson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Mayfield, now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Earl Thomas in on the stop. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Browns, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.